In chapter 6, we learned about procedure oriented programming and object oriented programming. Object oriented programming was developed in 1960 until 1980. It becomes the major language to develop any type of a program. In this chapter 7, we learned about Java program. Java program, it's based on object oriented programming. This Java program was developed in 1991 by Sun Microsystem, which is basically worked on Unix platform and portable for a wide range of hardware. Java it's considered as a GPPL general purpose programming language and it's ideal for distributing executable files on a world wide web. Java it has different types of a class library, means library of a different class like input class, output class, utility class and different type of a toolkit class. It's known as JDK, means Java Development Kit. Means Java Development Kit has a different variety of a class and it has a networking class, different interface classes and different type of a protocol class. It's a platform independent. We can run this program on Windows, Mac and Linux operating system. Furthermore, it's a platform independent both at a source level and a binary level. At a source level, it has a consistent data type size across all the platform, while at a binary level, it's platform independent due to different type of a bytecode interpreter. We can compile our Java program using compiler and interpreter. So it's a mixture of a compiler and interpreter. We can compile our Java program using a JVM, Java Virtual Machine. It's not a hardware. That's why it's known as a machine. So JVM, Java Virtual Machine, it's a one type of a program. It really does not exist any type of a machine, any type of a hardware. It's a one type of a program. That's why it's known as a Java Virtual Machine. So using JVM, we can compile our program. After compilation, we can convert our program into a binary language, and this binary program it's known as a bytecode. So and using bytecode interpreter, we can execute this bytecode program. This bytecode program it has a dot class extension. So having a dot class extension, this file it's known as a bytecode. This bytecode it's a platform independent due to different type of a bytecode interpreter on a different type of a system. That's why it's a platform independent. This is a platform independent, but it's little bit slow. So we can increase its speed of execution using different type of a toolkit, and it's known as a native code. We can convert this bytecode into a native code and increase our speed, but now this native code it's not a platform independent. Now it's a platform dependent. We cannot run it on any type of a program. So bytecode it's little bit slow but platform independent. But native code it's much more faster according to bytecode but platform dependent. So we have to consider this difference of a bytecode and a native code. Furthermore, we can write down this Java program in any type of a editor like a ASCII editor or a site editor. Site editor means scintilla text editor. Java program, it's a case sensitive language, so major statement we have to write down in a small letter. Only certain statements we have to write down in a capital letter, just like variable name and so on. We can compile this program using tools menu and compile command. Shortcut key of this command, it's a control F7. Whenever we compile this program, if there are no errors, we can find out the statements like exit code 0. So if there are not a single error in our program, so there are a statement exit code 0 whenever we compile our program. So exit code 0 statement indicates that there are a 0 error. After that, it generates a dot class file having a name of our class. So dot class file means a bytecode file. After that, we execute our program using go command from our tools menu, and shortcut key of this go command, it's a F5. This chart shows different type of execution statements of a Java program. First of all, we have to write down our program using a site editor or a ASCII editor. And this program in a ASCII editor or a site editor, it's known as a source program. After that, we have to save our file. Our extension must be .java. Then we have to compile our program using a Javac compiler. Whenever we compile our program without any error, exit 0 statements, then it generates .class file. It's known as a Java bytecode file. So Java bytecode file, it has a .class extension. After this Java bytecode file, we can interpret our program using a different type of interpreter, using Linux interpreter, Windows interpreter, and Mac interpreter. So this bytecode, it's a platform independent, and we can run it on a Linux, Windows, or a Mac operating system. Furthermore, our second chart, it shows same execution statements, just like Java source file. It usually have extension .java. Be careful, according to our exam, major 4 questions are there. Which is the extension of a Java source file? So .java, it's extension of a Java source file. After that, we can compile our program using a Javac compiler. So Javac, it's a compiler to compile our Java program. After that, if there are not a single error, it shows exit code 0 statement, and it generates a bytecode file which has a .class extension. And this bytecode we can execute using a different type of interpreter. It's a Java interpreter. So Java virtual machine can interpret our Java program .class files using a Java interpreter.